So it seems that a transportation revolution is going to be coming to Walt Disney World, but we'll discuss exactly how and why up next. Hi there Waltoneers, I'm Jack, this is DSNY Newscast, and go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel and hit that notification icon so therefore hopefully you always receive an update whenever a new video comes out. And now with that being said, let's get straight into it. So first of all, before we get into the new transportation improvements that are coming to Walt Disney World all across the resort, we must first understand the reason why Disney are doing this. And well, you probably already know the reason. And that's because of the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World that's coming up in 2021, that Disney are going to make an absolutely massive deal over. But it's also because, to be honest, the Disney World transportation systems need overall improvements to keep the resort to the world-class standards that people have come to expect. However, let's start off with arguably the most iconic Disney transportation service, and that is obviously the Walt Disney World Monorail, as it's such a staple of a Disney World experience that it's hard to imagine a Walt Disney World vacation without it. As in recent years, various news stories have reported that the monorail is badly in need of some attention, as the system has had quite a few malfunctions, but then again, it is a transportation service that is used on a daily basis. However, it seems that Disney are now thinking the same way, as the former Imagineer and the godfather of the Disney monorail, Bob Gurr, revealed some very interesting details recently.
Do you think that we will see a new monorail system here at the parks in Florida within the next 3.5 years?
Machines do not last forever. You typically design them in the transportation industries for 20-year service. No, there is contracts are underway. You will see it. If everything works right, it will be the same company, Bombardier, which built our current version. Good company, enthusiastic, did a really good job.
So from this clip, we now know that Bombardier are going to manufacture the new monorails, but we are still yet to know whether these will be a custom build for Walt Disney World or whether they will be the latest top-of-the-line monorails that this manufacturer has already used elsewhere. However, all of this is incredibly promising, as there have been reports by insiders on the WDW Magic forums that these new monorails should debut for the 50th anniversary, and it certainly seems that Disney are working towards this as well, as they recently featured the monorails in a very prominent Disney World ad campaign. Then the next step of this transportation revolution is going to be on the ground, as it was last year that we first heard reports that Disney were looking to roll out a fleet of self-driving vehicles at Walt Disney World, as they have been in negotiations with the US-based company Local Motors and the French company Navia, with these self-driving vehicles to be tested extensively in the backstage areas as a means of transport only for the cast members. However, these planned tests never took place backstage at Epcot in late 2017. But insiders are still reporting that these tests are still scheduled to take place in the near future, and that Disney have still got big plans for fully autonomous vehicles at Walt Disney World. And now the last piece of the transportation puzzle is obviously the Disney Skyliner, as construction is rapidly advancing on the Skyliner stations as well as for gondola pylons all across Walt Disney World, as Disney are planning on using the Disney Skyliner as a major transportation service with a possible phase 2 to connect other resorts later on. So it seems that it's still quite possible that you'll be taking to the skies in the Disney Skyliner, as the service may open in phases, but insiders are still indicating that the full service will be operational by around late spring of 2019. But whilst we're talking about upcoming Walt Disney World projects, Disney Parks blog gave confirmation to the location of the brand new space-themed restaurant that's coming to Epcot in the next year or so, as it has now been confirmed that, as previously reported, the restaurant will go in the location between Mission Space and Test Track, which is great news as it leaves the Wonders of Life Pavilion available for a future Disney project. And that's not all for Walt Disney World, as Disney have finally officially announced the schedule for Toy Story Mania's temporary closure ahead of Toy Story Land's opening opening on June 30th, as the attraction will close on June 11th and reopen again on June 18th, with this period being for the switchover for the newly themed Toy Story Mania entrance within Toy Story Land. However, the old attraction entrance will still be available after June 18th up until the grand opening on June 30th, when we expect Pixar Place to begin to be closed off from the public and turned into a cast member backstage area. Additionally though, the late switchover to the Toy Story Mania entrance may indicate that Disney are not planning a soft opening period for this new land. But meanwhile, over in Disney California Adventure, it has now been revealed by permit filings with the city of Anaheim that the Tough to Be a Bug Theatre will actually be demolished altogether as part of the upcoming Marvel superhero universe, with the new Marvel themed land beginning to open in 2020. Also, this permit for demolition now debunks the fan rumour that the Tough to Be a Bug Theatre was going to receive an Ant-Man re-theming, as in my opinion that would have been incredibly underwhelming for the new Marvel land. But now it's over to you, the Waltoneers. I would like to know, how would you like to see Disney improve the overall transportation experience and situation around Walt Disney World Resort? And that could be advancements, enhancements, or interactivity in the actual transportation systems themselves, or an entirely new type of transportation system used around the resort, like, let's say, the People Mover. And of course, don't forget to put the timestamp for where the hidden Mickey appeared somewhere within this video, along with your suggestion or your comment, to be in with a chance to win a DSNY Newscast pin. And congratulations to this Waltoneer here for winning with this suggestion from a previous video where we were talking all about frozen lands coming to different Disney parks all around the world. And also, on a side note, I might be introducing a new type of DSNY Newscast Waltoneer pin fairly shortly. But that's it for today, so go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel. Hit that notification icon so therefore that way, hopefully you always receive an update whenever a new video comes out. And if you enjoyed today's video, give this video a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.